Discover the power of engaging stories and insightful conversations with The Hang. Dive into a world where Mike Manson Waters and Matt Spice Lloyd are redefining the art of podcasting. From gripping tales to thought-provoking discussions, The Hang is your gateway to the best content in the history of the world. Don't miss out on the experience that everyone is talking about. The Hang.
So close. So close.
Yeah, you're doing great.
The High. The High. Welcome to The High with Mike and Matt.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Matt. Been a while.
It has been a while. We missed last week.
Seems like forever.
It does. You've changed.
I'm getting my Ronald Reagan hair back. I cut it too short last time. Took this long to grow out.
It looks fine. Looks great. You know, it's funny, that intro there you just played, it says Gripping Tales.
Gripping Tales,
we make
yeah.
fun of that. It's just all in good fun. I got an email a couple weeks ago, and it was like on Pod Search or something like that. We were number 8 for searches of Gripping Tales. And for some reason, I don't know what this does, we were number 21 under searches for clean water. I would assume that's because your last name's Waters. I don't know, but like
Clean water.
Yeah. I can't make heads or tails of it.
I guess that's the closest category to my name.
Yeah, but
Clean
I guess
water.
maybe we just change the name to Gripping Tales and we'll be like number 8.
Oh, dog.
Oh.
No. See, because the only people who searched up Gripping Tales were our guys. The people. That's the only people who searched it up. So what do you want to trend this week? How do you want to trend? Let's get everybody.
Your mom.
Okay, everybody who's listening, whether you be whatever format, you got to go to where.
I don't even know what it is. That's the thing.
Where are they searching? You don't even know where they're searching.
I have no. I wish I knew more about it. I just got an email of like updates of going, hey, here's the trends and here's where you're at or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay.
So we were number 8
for
Gripping Tales.
Gripping Tales.
On what?
I have again. I would show.
It didn't say like the email.
It's some like podcast tracker website. You know, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's who knows. I'll have to find it and show it to you. But anyways, yeah. So number 8 on Gripping Tales.
Gripping Tales.
Everybody, stay tuned for our Gripping Tales this evening.
I forgot about the Gripping Tales.
Oh, dude, we've got some grippers.
I don't got no grippers.
I don't know. You told me a gripper right before you started. That's
a
gripping tail.
That is
right
a gripping
there.
tail.
That is.
So you'll be hearing more about that soon.
Well, hi. Oh man.
We were talking about how some of the podcasters, the big time, even the big time ones, or the up and coming ones, they might be suffering a little economically due to the
conditions of the
market, the inflation. And then you're talking about this guy that spent all this money on a studio, and now he's rethinking it, and he's maybe a little in the red now because he spent too much on a studio.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, been there, done that. Not me.
Oh, okay.
No,
I was
not
gonna
me.
say, yeah.
No, this is perfect for what we do. And
yeah.
It was bare bones, but I think it looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But
yes, I know. Yeah.
It's like we're just rocking and rolling. We're the best radio show in the country, and that studio's fine.
Yeah.
We are. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, until you get your $500 million contract like Stern, that studio's fine. And then they're building this palace, and I'm like, why do we need a palace?
I never understood that. But what am I gonna say?
Yeah.
Like, whatever. No.
I mean, the stage was nice. It was a nice stage.
Whoop-de-doo, though. Like, right? Like,
well, if you're successful, and you continue that success, it is cool to have bands that can actually perform on a stage, like that. That's cool until you don't have it anymore shortly after.
I mean, I don't know. When I was booking the musical guests in there, I booked a majority of them at the old studio, and it was fine. Like, it was fine.
Actually,
it was
the scaled down, unplugged, intimate version is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can't remember anybody who performed in there. You weren't like, man. That was freaking awesome.
Agreed.
We had Candlebox in here doing a freaking acoustic. We had I can't even think of the. But we had big, Richard Marx. We had big names in there.
Yeah.
And they all sounded. I'm trying to think of some of the musical guys who killed it in there.
Well, OAR killed it. They always kill it.
Well, everybody killed it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of think of the top name recognition guys that you
See,
got
that's
in
the thing
there.
is I can't. It's all like
It's a blur.
everything's a blur. Like occasionally a memory will pop up and I'll go, oh, like and then it'll pass and I'll move on and forget about it or something. It's it again. I tell people like I feel like I've lived the life of an 80-year-old man. All kind of jam packed into a not necessarily in a good way. Like there's bad with it too. But
I mean, by the time you're 50, you're gonna look like an old meth head.
right?
Just because the hard life, Matt.
It's taken its toll, and I'm like, enough already.
It takes a toll.
Enough. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna? What are you gonna do?
What's up with this Pope conclave? That's what I want to know. So I was just. You were saying that you were doing some tweets on X about it and stuff like that, which is totally you. I completely see you doing that.
Absolutely.
That is your alley, right? To
Right up
rip
my
on
alley.
that kind of stuff. And the only thing I'm thinking is I was listening to the news on the way here, just catching some headlines and stuff, and I know they're doing the conclave and they've sort of boxed themselves in now to try to do a vote.
Locked in there.
But the thing I found weird was the reporter was like, and they're so secretive that they have signal jammers, and they also have drones that have jammers, so nobody knows what's going on inside the room. Now, I'm all about a right to privacy. I'm totally good with that, right? I get it, but like, are they discussing that you need signal jammers? And drones flying above to jam. Like, what conversation is happening in there? I mean, hell, even Khashoggi, they knew what the fuck Khashoggi was doing in that consulate. They knew he was getting chopped up. They couldn't say anything about it, but they had drones overhead and they knew what was going on. I mean, that was a consulate. That was like serious international.
Yeah.
This is just a goddamn church. Like, what are we doing with signal jammers?
The whole thing is preposterous.
It seems so strange.
It's because the whole religion is based on tradition, and like that's how you keep people, and then you keep families. Traditionally Catholic is you have to do this. You can't change anything.
Everything's tradition. Yeah.
And these guys get together, and then when you see the black smoke, oh, no Pope yet. But then you see the white smoke, and you're like, whoa! It's pageantry. They're high on pageantry. That's their big deal, and it's a big crock of shit. It's just hype. They know it's hype, and they do it for hype. It's a big crock of.
Now, dumb question, but I really truly don't know the answer. I'm sure AI it or Grok it or whatever the hell I'm supposed to do with it these days. But let me ask you, probably know. Do they stay in there until an answer is found, or they get let out at night and they retire to their quarters?
Well, I think they're on Molly and meth, and I think there's about 200 altar boys in there.
So after they're done waxing poetic and working down altar boys, do they go home at the end of the night? Or they actually sleep over there? That's what I mean.
I don't know. I don't know if they...
Because they lock themselves in.
I'm trying to think if it's just a room or is it a whole thing with sleeping quarters?
And nobody knows.
That's a good question.
And there's signal jammers, so we'll never know what's happening.
Oh, well, it's...
What church do you know that... I mean, the Baptist... There's been some shady Baptist preachers in my time. All these televangelists, all these guys. I've never once... Who was the shifty one? Was it Jimmy Swagger?
It was a shifty.
Yeah,
the guy who was the prostitutes.
Yeah, let's go with that one. Yeah, Baker, Jimmy Baker.
No, that's the other one. That's Tammy Faye.
Yeah.
That's the guy with the girl who became somewhat famous.
All right.
In Sarasota, remember that?
Yeah. All right. Look, any way you slice it, any one of the biggest dirt bags out there that's been involved in religion. And even if they're hiding money in the walls and they've got millions and millions of dollars, what they don't have is drones with signal jammers over their megachurch. They're just like good old-fashioned con artists almost. Like, it's just like, yeah, get the money buried in the walls. Like, the Catholic Church is on some signal jamming shit. That's so strange to me.
If everything's on the up and up, why you got signal jammers and drones?
And if somebody like, were to get a hold of a conversation going on there, like, okay, that's not cool, but like, what conversation are they having that is so bad and so off color and off putting that they're that afraid of it getting out?
So secret.
And I get part of it's the pageantry.
It's
But signal jammers?
And how has this always been the deal? Like 200 years ago, the Catholic Church has been around forever. 300 years ago, were they locked in a room and they did the white smoke, or over the years they just made it more and more, just like the guards' uniforms? Maybe they had normal uniforms to start. Now they're like flaming.
Oh my God! And the guns that those guys are carrying, they're like Sonic-looking weapons. It's
With dildos on the end.
Yeah, it's great. That's how they fend people off.
I think what are they the Swiss Guard? I think they're the Swiss Guard. It's preposterous. The whole thing is preposterous. It says here that the Catholic Church's net worth is difficult to pinpoint. Because why? Because heaven forbid a church have its books open.
No.
But
that would be a crazy thought.
Estimates range from approximately 73 billion to potentially $1 trillion.
I got to tell you, not as much as I thought. I mean,
well, if it's $1 trillion, that's a lot.
National debt's like 30 times that. Like, they've got so in other words, they've got the market cap of Apple. Like that's not. I mean, it's not as much as I would have thought.
It shouldn't have any market cap.
It's got a market cap.
It shouldn't have. It should be using all its asset except the bare minimum for the better of humanity.
Nah, you got to get shit wrapped in gold, dude.
Oh my God, there's a lot of gold.
I wonder if somebody gets called out if they had like fake gold. I wonder if like one of the other dudes rolls up and is like, "Hey man, is that even real? That even real?" And you're like, "Yeah, man, that's my drip." And they're like, "It's not real gold. You're playing with us." What are they doing? So they're living there, or they're not living there?
I guess I could have.
What do they do about catering?
I don't know if anybody knows that much about.
How do they eat? Who's serving them food?
I know nothing. All I know is the white puff of smoke, and they're locked in, and they got allegedly no access to the outside world. But we all know that's complete bullshit.
What are we doing about food? That was my question. If I was a cardinal, I'd be like, "Hey guys, we getting lunch served? Like, what are we doing here? Is there?"
They're feasting on the blood of newborn babies.
What's that stuff called?
Adrenochrome. It's an adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome for lunch, everybody.
That's what it is. It's a rave, except the drug isn't Molly. It's adrenochrome. Holy shit. Now we figured it out.
That's why they need the signal jammers.
And the 18 locked doors and the Swiss Guard.
I don't even know what a signal jammer would be. When I was going through it,
signal jam. I don't know.
When I was going through some stuff, they were like they gave me some like Goodfellas style tips. They're like, turn the stereo up loud. Don't like I was like, oh, this is.
I told you to Eisenberg it?
Yeah, dude. Like I was like, this is gangster. Like, really? You want me to just turn the stereo? Don't like.
Oh, it took me this long to figure out the camera wasn't on, buddy.
That's good. As long as it wasn't on me, I'm okay with that.
Okay, good. Let's go ahead. It's a podcast anyway, half the time.
We're 50-50.
See, even if the cluster F ever should go away, we just go ahead, we'll just record it, and and then I'll send it to you, and you put it up on the podcast.
Oh yeah, this. I mean,
this goes on forever until this computer breaks, which then
until there's a puff of white smoke that comes out of the Mike's house, and it's like. That's it. Game over.
It's not. It's actually not a puff of white smoke. It's invisible. It's dog farts.
When the last dog has passed away in the Waters clan, we know it's over.
But we can do this forever.
Oh, dude.
See, last week, let's see, for Ned, there was a problem with the audio.
Okay.
And I didn't realize it. Somebody mentioned it, and then I saw a couple other people say, I don't hear it. So Ned just went on with it. And then Monday everything was fine. And then Tuesday, people are like, this audio sucks. It's like a double audio. It's like this little distorted and a double deal. And so I worked I got,
Diligently.
I was like, I just went over, which takes me about 10 minutes to go over every possible button on this board because you don't punch the buttons. They just don't get punched. So you
Right.
just got to make sure everything is as it's supposed to be or was or the same. And I couldn't figure it out. And I'm just like, this may be the last time you hear us, people. Because I can't figure it out.
Just due to technical difficulties. It's just technical.
Yeah, I have no idea. So we went in the computer. Maybe it's the computer. And there, it wasn't in the computer. And then somebody said, Trace and somebody else was like, maybe it's the OBS. I was like, it's the software I'm using. I had two microphones turned up when normally I only have one. So it was just that deal. But I couldn't figure it out.
Man,
Once this stuff goes, it's all over, people.
I'll tell you, dude, I'm with you. And I look at my daughter, and she's like editing stuff on her phone, and she's putting these clips together and doing all this stuff. I'm going, I'm literally looking at her with genuine curiosity, and I go, how did you do that? And she's like, well, you just do this. I go, no, but how? Like, how did you do it? I know you're doing it. I know it's easy for you.
Yeah.
But like, how are you doing it? Like, show me how you're doing it. And then she starts to show me, and I go, checked out.
Yeah.
Can't follow it.
My granddaughter, she's 8 last night, and she's on the couch, and I was like, that's enough phone time. And she's like, I'm making a movie. I was like, okay, well, show me the movie when you're done. That's fine. You're making a movie. That's fine. And so, it was a very primitive movie. But she made a movie, and she's 8.
On her phone.
On her phone. And it's like, I should probably be learning this stuff. That would make, I should really learn this stuff.
Dude, I gotta tell, I don't think I'm long for this world anymore, man. Like, I'm for real. Like, I sent you, I don't know if you checked your I don't know if you checked your emails yet.
I forgot my password. I don't, I just get surprised by whatever you send me.
Yeah, well, I sent it to you, today, but it's not a new video per se, but there's a guy named Chris Sacca, and he's like a founder and a seed investor in a bunch of different companies, and a really smart guy, and blah blah blah. And this is him talking about how screwed we are with AI, and
I'm fascinated by that.
And this is like, and he knows his shit. I mean, you can hear it from other people, and you can hear it from like different people, and they go, "Oh, it's coming, it's coming." And then when you hear it from a guy like this, who's a mogul, and he tells you like everything's screwed, I'm sitting there going, I'm just buying. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's going to happen because it's like, okay, the birth rate is going down apparently. And like guys like Elon want the birth rate to go up. But I'm sitting here going, I don't know if it's necessarily a good idea if the birth rate goes up because all the jobs are fucked. Like, I don't know where this is going to go.
It's like the birth rate does need to go up for society to continue, because, you got to take care of the old people.
Right.
But if the world's turning to shit, well, maybe we just need to cut our losses.
Right.
Who wants to bring kids into that world?
Right. It's like a pick'em. It's like, oh, I'd love to bring a child in the world, but the child's not going to be able to have a great future.
Yeah. Why do I want to bring a child in the world so that he can support the old people with his shit life?
Right.
Oh.
Right. And the child's goal is now to work to acquire a tiny home. That's the goal. And it's like, whoa, dude, like
exactly.
That's the goal. Like, to be able to figure out a way to own a tiny home and be off the grid. That's like the new ambition.
Which is
the strangest goddamn thing I've ever heard in my life.
But that's the best.
That's like best case scenario.
Unless you get into a highly lucrative profession. If you're just the average Joe, your aspirations are no longer, and it used to be attainable, a house and a car and a family and a wife who might even stay home and raise the kids. What's attainable now is what you just said. Off the grid in a small, tiny house.
And what you're saying is like, yes, you want to grow up to have a lucrative career or something like that. And then you listen to this guy and you know that like, that might not happen for the majority of people with all the AI coming. It just might not happen. I don't know if you got the video or not, but
I got the video.
It's kind of scary.
But I've been sidetracked. So remind me to get back to the video.
Sure.
Let me see if I can find it. And Trace says, he says we took a big wrong turn.
Oh.
In technology, everything was going, good. It was like the technological advancements all benefited society. And
Trace said this in the way you're putting it.
not quite the way.
Okay, all right.
No, he spends a lot of time on YouTube watching these videos.
Okay.
Now I forgot what I was talking about.
You were talking about Trace.
And we went in the internet social media direction, the smartphone, and consumerism, and the social media and the AI, and it's life used to be much simpler and better. Now everybody wants to kill themselves because of social media and the internet, and we took a wrong turn. We should have gone into just sticking with technology that made the society and the human race better, as opposed to mind-numbing social media apps where you can put a mustache on yourself and shit. How about curing cancer? And forget about the mustaches.
I mean, mustaches are pretty sweet. Yeah, no, I hear you.
We took a wrong turn.
I see both sides of it.
And we'll see. We'll do the AI and see.
I see both sides of it, and I also see, like, you know, when I was at an event a couple weeks ago for my family at a park, and I didn't really pull my phone out the whole time. I'm interacting and we're talking, and I'm going. Like, I left there, I go, well, that was an interesting experience. Like, wow, people were just interacting. Like, nobody really had their phones out. People were chatting it up. And I think part of it was because it was at a public park. I think that had something to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't in this environment where you felt like you had to pull out your phone or something like that. Like, you had grass over here and you had a ball field there and you had nature surrounding you. It was kind of like the thing that people don't get a lot of, you know? So it was nice to have a little escape, to be, you know, blunt.
I mean, I'm not, you know.
And then I went back to my phone after I left.
God, I just walk outside sometimes and I'm just like going, oh, man.
But if I didn't have my phone, I wouldn't know when those SpaceX launches are happening.
You know, it's a trade-off.
It's a trade-off. It's all how you use it.
I walk outside at night and I just look up at the stars and the trees, and we're kind of out here in the country, and I'm going to feed the horses.
Homo.
I know. I'm like, who needs $1 billion? It's like, this is like just amazing, just sitting here for free looking at the stars.
Well, tell that to the homeless guy who he can look up at the stars all he wants.
I'm not saying you have to be homeless. I'm just saying you don't need $1 billion. And here's the guy that's going to tell us the good news here.
Oh, it's great
the
news.
good news about AI.
Very terrific.
I've been waiting for the good news, Matt. And this guy's going to tell me.
Here it is.
I think other than most computer science, the highest level of computer science, almost all of the rest of coding is fucking useless. You and I can go to Chat.
Now, keep in mind, like, no more than 3 years ago, I was totally encouraging, like, hey, we should get our daughter into one of these coding schools, like those Code Ninja franchises or some of those, because I'm going, that's a skill.
It's the wave of the future.
Right. And then in a matter of a couple of years, this guy's saying, don't even worry about it.
But
that's screwed.
Can you imagine, like, you went to school or whatever you do to learn this code and stuff,
right?
And you get a job making, you know, a good 6-figure salary, and you'll go into work and they go, hey, we just got the AI deal and we don't need none of you coders.
That's what he's saying here.
And you're like, what do I do? Now I'm working at Wendy's.
Yeah, like, then what do you do? Like, you
and I got a bunch of rich people saying, you don't deserve to make a living. $10 an hour for you.
Yeah.
This guy, he's blown me away in the first 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You and I can go to ChatGPT and be like, I want to build an app that does this, this, and this, and give me the code, and it spits out the code. And then I've literally said, hey, by the way, I haven't coded since BASIC. What do I do with this? And it's like, oh, no problem. Go here, download this, open this Python thing, and then shove it in here, and then do this. And it just talks you through it. And now it'll be agentic, and an agent's going to do all that for you. You just don't need to fucking do it anymore. Would you send your kid to law school right now?
No, definitely not.
We have fewer lawyers at our firm now than we did a year ago.
You know, who it's really going to kill, it would be the clerks, the what do they call them?
The paralegals?
The paralegals. Mm-hmm. They do all the, you know, they do all the
lifting.
You go read that up on this law, you know, you go look it up on the internet, and you go to AI, say, give me every case about this in the last 100 years.
Yep.
And what's it got in 5 minutes or something like that?
Yeah.
It's all over. It's all over. It's too good. It's too. We don't need it.
You know, that's the weird part, is it's that trade-off again. But I'm kind of almost like with you, where it's like, can we all agree that yes, we need it, but maybe we shouldn't need it because it's going to really end up screwing us all here. Like, can we just forget this thing ever happened? Like, let's say, yes, we all are aware it's there and we all know it's great, but like, it's technology. Like, maybe we shouldn't use it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a nuclear weapon, right? Like, okay, we know it's there, but we don't want to use
Just
it
in
because we
case.
know
It's there just in case.
Right. But we know like it's so destructive and so powerful that it's going to have, mind-numbing ramifications, from here to the end of time.
Yep.
This is like the technology version of the nuclear bomb. So it's almost like I wish that we all could come together and agree that, like, hey, it's here. Let's just tuck it away. Let's just because we all need.
Nobody can agree on that kind of thing, though.
Right?
It's
No,
impossible.
not a chance.
I mean, you tuck it away, and it's there. And if you find out that an asteroid's going to hit Earth in 10 years, you go, AI, what can we do? See, that's what it's for, right? And it'll figure it out.
Although I must admit, if everybody else tucked it away and they were like, "Hey, Matt, we need you to write a dissertation on this," I'd be like, and I might sneak in there and take a look and ask AI. Well, you write me this paper real quick.
And
You times me by 8 billion, we got problems.
Okay, every student, well, not every student, but
Most
students, you got this paper due, and you can have AI write it for you, and you can even say, AI, write this paper kind of like a high school would, but a good high school student, but not too smart. And AI, I got you, and do it. And what kind of algorithms do they got to find to find the cheaters? And now school has turned it into nothing but checking to see if people are cheating. It's
true.
It's the worst shit. It's the worst shit ever. We've ruined everything.
It's true.
In the
the
last-
teachers spend their time seeing if the kids actually wrote
That's
the
it.
paper.
Oh no, she doesn't. She's got an AI thing. Oh wait, she's AI.
Dun,
See,
dun,
she's
dun.
gone a long time ago.
What happened to Scantron tests?
Boy, I love those.
I
I
hated
like those. That
those.
was fun. Here's this guy he's got another 40 seconds of bad news.
Yeah, bad news.
Did a year ago. It's just fucking great. I can tell it, hey, you know what? Great job. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Hey, you know what? I forgot to tell you, we have all the leverage. Oh, in this case, actually do this. Hey, add this. Hey, write out the Exhibit A schedule of services, which usually takes a couple hours. It's just so fucking good. Would you teach your kid accounting, accounts receivable, accounts payable, bookkeeping right now?
my God.
Would you have your kids write marketing copy? Would you train them to write any news other than writing for the very top newspapers?
No, probably not.
Dude, go down the list of fucking skills, man.
So what's left?
Here's my grand theory. We are super fucked.
Oh my God. Whoa.
And I take him at his word on it.
AI.
It completely.
See, people like that guy seemed just like he had no biases. He
Genuine
wasn't
and freaked out.
He wasn't trying to sell anything. He's just telling like, hey, I'm a smart guy and I know a lot about this shit and we're fucked.
And he's rich too. So like he
He's-
could do the easy thing and go, oh, like he could prop up everybody and be like, yeah, guys, no big deal. Like some of those rich guys, they try to ignore it. He's a rich guy who's going, everybody's screwed. And now he'll be fine because he's wealthy. He'll be fine. But generations from now,
And okay, so here's what's gonna happen. Like, there might be no future for people who are podcasting or doing any streaming because now you can just go, hey AI, make me a stream where where it's the coolest guy ever. Make a podcast about two guys talking about this and that, and it doesn't matter that they're good.
it's not that good yet.
But but you flood the market with all these scammers who are doing, they just put their AI podcast open, it catches on, and you're lost in a sea of fakeness.
Well, I mean, even the YouTube videos I watch, I can tell it's not, it's fake voices and all that stuff because of the way they pronounce words or guest names and stuff like that. Like you can still tell, but eventually it will be better. But I still maintain it's like, okay, then what do you do? Like you
Better.
go, it'll be, you won't.
Better fakery.
Yeah, they're not gonna pronounce the names of cities wrong. They're gonna know better. You know what I mean? Like there's little tweaks that need to happen. But I then I go back to, okay, what's left? Like, and for me, it comes back to trades. It comes back to some of these trades that a plumber, an electrician. Now, in the future, are you gonna
Robot.
Yeah, is that gonna happen in the future? Yeah, it'll happen,
maybe,
but I think you got a little time on that one. Like he was saying, the paralegals of the world, the accountants, all this kind of thing. That's gonna come fast and furious.
That's bad news.
The guy with his ass crack hanging out, climbing in your attic
That's take a long
to
time.
fix your duct work in 120-degree weather. That's going to take a little more time. So there are going to be those things that but again, I go back to like everybody used to make fun of trade schools and look down on them. All this, it's like, okay, haha. We'll see what happens in a decade when AI took your fucking job.
Yeah.
And the trade guy's still, the plumber's still hanging around, the electrician's still there. All these little things that folks maybe used to not necessarily look favorably upon.
You have to think, what can't AI do, or what can't AI do for the foreseeable future, and then that's what you got to go into.
It's
and you also got to think, what? Oh shit! What I was gonna be. You don't want to spend 4 years doing something you think that it's a skill, like a lawyer or something, and ain't nobody hiring lawyers no more. We got AI.
Man, and not to get off on another subject, but I actually ran into, I was in a vehicle with a couple government employees over the weekend, and I've never encountered anybody that really works for the government since this Doge thing was enacted. This was new to me. I was just listening in, and oh my God. Do you think they loved it or do you think they hated it?
Hated it.
Oh my God, they loathe it.
Because that's their job. They could be losing their jobs, right?
No. The one lady, and again, these were very nice people. I don't know them. I couldn't tell you their names if I have no clue. But it was interesting to hear their perspective of them working. They work at like a VA or something like an administrative work at a VA or something along those lines. And they were like basically going, and I have to send an email. Oh, because I asked, I go, did you send you 5 things that you did email? And her face was like, I have to do that every week. Every week we have to send 5 things that we did, and we have to send them to an email address that nobody even knows what the email is. If anybody's checking it, it's like a fake email address. Like, she got pretty fired up about it. And then she goes, I only have 19 years and 2 months or something like that. I go, huh? She's like, until I retire. 19 years and 2 months. This government employee is now, again, no fault of hers. I mean, a lot of us count our days down in office to go, when can I quit, right? But she's like going 19 years and 2 months until my pension kicks in or whatever it is, where I can get the hell out of this government system. And then another girl who was in there had quit the job that she had because of the 5 things email. She quit the job. She quit the government job because of the 5 things email. And now, again, for me, I'm looking at it going, I don't see it's a big deal. Apparently, the government workers see things quite differently. And I'm just studying these people. Like, it's no fault of theirs. It's just a difference in the way they're taking it versus the way I'm seeing it. But the woman quit her job because of the 5 things email. And I'd never encountered that before. And I don't know if I'm right, if they're right, if it's a combination of the two, because I see it differently. I see it like, oh, so all I have to do to keep this government job is just kind of show up, and I have to write an email of 5 things I did last week that I can probably chat GPT, plug it in, send it, and then be done with this thing. And that was enough frustration for her to quit. Explain this to me.
It doesn't. How old was this person?
Greg, I would say mid-30s.
I don't know. I don't understand that, because, of course, most people would be going, because that's just something else on your plate. They'd be going, now I got to come up with 5. But they're not going to.
Sure,
but not that big of a deal. And hey, how about you do 5 things a week?
that's kind of what that's my immediate go-to is like, well, where's is there a work ethic? or is there no work ethic? Like in that, and if there's no work ethic, well, then maybe there's a point to this whole thing, the whole Doge thing. If it's kind of weird. But
well, I mean, the attitude of government employees, maybe a lot of government employees are just hired to create the illusion of a business so that because it's a big money laundering.
right, keep it rolling in.
Keep it rolling, and they don't really do a lot. And now they're used to. They've been, had 5 years of doing jack squat. They're like, now I got to do something. Maybe that's their attitude.
And that's what's weird to me. And I wasn't digging too deep in the weeds with them because I'm just kind of hearing them out. And yeah, everybody's going to voice and vent frustrations to their job, whether it's government or private. But I would have never imagined that a tell us what you did last week email would have triggered so much like dissent. And I think obviously part of it's because at least the way I took their comments, was like part of it is because it's Elon. That was like it was like, who does this guy think he is? It was kind of like that attitude, which, okay, I get it, kind of, sort of. But at the root of it, like, I don't know, I just go ahead and send an email with 5 things I did last week and move on and keep my job.
Yeah, I don't really understand the Elon hate. Because
it was palpable, Mike.
Is it just these people are lemmings and they're told to hate, and they hate because who has the general public in America hated enough to do criminal acts of vandalism on? Never. Nobody.
Well, there was.
Right?
You're right.
When's the last time that people were vandalizing somebody's product because they hated them so much?
Oh, I'm sure it's probably sooner than we can.
But you got nothing. You don't have nothing. Nobody does.
Terrible memory.
People don't get worked up about stuff. They don't protest, let alone perform acts of violence. They demonized Elon Musk as if he's one of the worst people to ever live, and you can't even stand the sight of something that has to do with him.
Oh, wait. And on a side note, the one girl not only quit because of the 5 things email, there was also a secondary thing to that. It was because they wanted her to go back to the office.
Oh, yeah.
And she went back to the office. Now, this is an interesting point she brought up. She's like, I went back to an office that basically didn't exist because there was no reason for us to be there. Mm-hmm. There was no infrastructure. So you go there, but there's no computers, there's no phones, there's no anything, but okay, I'm back in the office, but the office wasn't ready for them, right? So there's this communication breakdown of going, now we're all sitting around in this office that's empty and gutted because everybody's been working remote for the last 4 years, 5 years or whatever. And she's going, I'm going back to the office for what? They have nothing for us. There's no, it's easy to go back to the office, but there's no infrastructure. So I kind of get the point there. But yeah, it was crazy to hear a different, take on it.
But people just don't want to go back to the office too. They've been given a taste of working at home is far different than going to the office.
If you have work ethic, it is. But like, there's.
But I think they're worth it. I don't think you're required to have you just have to have a decent work ethic to get by, because that's what the businesses are expecting now.
But that's the interesting part, is like, even if you're in the office, and I'm sure this goes with, again, public or private entities, but it's like you can always find the nutsack at the water cooler who does nothing all day and just sits there and is skating by. You can always find those, right? Like whether they're in the office or working from home, it's always a weird. Hell, Brent, he would just walk around and make it look like he was doing stuff,
and he never did anything.
Nothing. but he put on a good show.
Yep.
So I don't know. It was just an interesting thing to be a part of, and watching these people really fired up,
and their mentality. And it's like, how do you get somebody so fired up? I would understand.
I think
that
it's because you're hanging out with like minds.
Oh, maybe.
And
I would understand that mentality if they had both been fired because of Doge.
Right.
I can understand, because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, after you get fired, you get
your
sour.
Politics, you're sour if you're fired. You're sour on her These people could have kept their jobs by just doing the bare minimum, and they're furious and about it. They're furious about it, and it's like, what is? How they're old enough to know better. You know, they're on they're right on the edge of the people who should be corrupted by social media and iPhones and everything. They should still have a little bit of savvy if they're in their 30s.
Well, that or we're missing something that we're not seeing. You know what I mean? Like
I
want to open up the possibility of, like, are we missing something? Like you and I, who are on that, we're not having to send that 5 things email because we're not hired by the government or whatever.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going on. So I want to keep the possibility open of going, maybe they're seeing some things that, like, we're not seeing. I don't know what they would be. I can't. But I want to keep the possibility open. But it's difficult.
You need to close your mind. See, open-mindedness is a thing of the past. Find your position, dig in, stick to it. Keep your algorithm, feeding you what you want.
Feed me death and destruction,
and you'll be happy. You're like, yeah, I agree with that, and I agree with that, and I agree with that. Yeah, screw this open-minded stuff.
Can't open my mind.
Those 2 women are idiots.
Oh, jeez,
they're idiots.
Well, they were lovely girls.
Who would quit a job because you had to? For 1 email a week.
That I don't.
That's insane. That's insanity.
It seems insane to me because I don't feel like jobs are easy to come across,
especially cushy jobs.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
It's a different world. I guess I don't know how people are so easily swayed.
Like you ever see Jerry Maguire?
It's been a long time, but yeah, of course I saw Jerry Maguire.
When he quits and he's like, who's coming with me? And like he just takes the goldfish and leaves, and the one girl pops up and she's like, I'm coming with you. And then they don't do shit for a long time until they sign the one player that, whatever. But like, if somebody were to jump up and be like, who's coming with me? I would have done exactly what Bob Sugar does in that movie and been like, see you later. I'm going to stay here in the job because that's my livelihood.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what.
Yeah.
You want me to take that? I'm too old to take a leap of faith like that.
I think the leap of faith worked out. I wish I'd taken a lot more leaps of faith. I just stayed on the ledge the whole time. I was like, man, that's a pretty good ledge here. Stay on this ledge. I mean, the ledge, it gets a little creepy sometimes, but hey,
it's a very dicey ledge.
Haven't fell yet. Should take that leap of faith with these squirrel suit on. Triple Edge Sword, subscribe for 57 months. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Triple Edge Sword.
Prince Nevada Land Deed, 65. Woo! Appreciate it. Sucker Free resub for 33 months. Woo! Hot damn. Hot damn, everybody.
Hot damn, everybody.
Hot damn. Ain't no show tomorrow.
Why?
Mother's
Day.
We were busy today.
That's beautiful.
And it's good. Smart people, they're like, they order their Mother's Day stuff during the week instead of Sunday. I mean, Saturday. Nobody's delivering on Sunday, Mother's Day. Because the Mother's Day is crazy on Saturday. It's crazy on Saturday because everybody wants their flowers on the day before Mother's Day.
Now, obviously, roses are the biggest seller.
Not really on Mother's Day. Valentine's Day for sure.
That's what I was going to ask. I would have assumed roses. So
Mother's Day is a totally different. Just
what are we talking for?
A lot of yellows. It doesn't matter. It's
like sunflowers,
just like yellow roses and lilies, and it's different than Valentine's.
A hodgepodge.
It's more of a yellow, orange, motherly feel.
Not like a dozen red roses, meaning are we going to bang tonight or what?
Yeah, nobody's sending their mother a dozen long stem roses. Love you, Mom.
With a box of chocolates. Hey, sweetheart. The Oedipus complex bouquet.
No, seriously, love you, Mom.
For real, though.
Snookman subscribed for 68 months. Thank you, Snookman. He's a carnivore. He's on the carnivore diet. He eats nothing but meat.
How long's he been doing it?
How long you been doing it, Snookman? Been a while. He's lost a lot of weight. He says he feels better than he ever has.
So I hear like 30 days is kind of the...
No, he's like for eternity.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he just... As long as you're not... he's not doing the extreme where you're eating a pound of butter a day.
But wouldn't your and I don't know the answer to this, but like wouldn't, if all you're eating is red meat, wouldn't your heart get clogged up eventually or something like? Wouldn't that cause a bit of a strain on in general?
See, I don't know what to tell you, Matt, because years ago they were telling you, they tell you that the high cholesterol diet is what kills you.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
you find out now that a lack of cholesterol causes dementia, and that's why you see the rise in dementia. And it's like, man, I ain't worried about the thing you have to worry about is processed foods.
Yeah.
If you eliminate that, you can eat basically whatever you want. And you're going to be healthier than if you're eating that crap.
Well, you know where they screwed us in this whole thing from the beginning? They screwed us in the food pyramid.
Well, they lied about that.
It all
They lied
starts
about
with that bullshit food pyramid. Like if they would have had a modern day food pyramid, it would not. With everything we know now, the food pyramid wouldn't even exist. It would be, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, it's a scam.
Antiquated.
It was a total scam. For the dairy industry or the cereal industry probably paid the government a shit ton of money to say that cereal is better than eggs, which is the biggest lie.
This sugary bowl of
A
goodness.
sugary bowl of crap. Ned's Navy says he feels amazing. He says his cholesterol is high, but he has low triglycerides.
So high cholesterol leads to what? Is the idea of high cholesterol leading to a heart attack? Is that sort of
It's the high cholesterol.
Is that what they would tell you at least?
I believe that allegedly that builds up plaque in your veins, and then that's how you get the blockage and you get the heart attack.
Yeah, God, man, I don't know. I mean, then again, lions only eat meat, and they're eating really raw meat from freshly killed things, and they seem to be thriving in the wild. Dumb example, but I'm just saying, like, you look at the lions.
But nature. See, we're the only species that has outsmarted nature. No, chimpanzees aren't making granola bars. There's only a limited amount of things they can eat, and then so you have basically the herbivores, the omnivores, and the carnivores, and then you got humans who eat stuff we make and toxic stuff that we make.
So in dinosaur world, who were the T-Rex? They were like who were the pussies that ate plants all day?
Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus,
a bunch of pussy dinosaurs chewing on leaves.
Swamp stuff.
Bunch of bitch-ass dinosaurs.
Stegosaurus is kind of rip them to shreds. Yeah, you can swing that spike tail all you want. You're dying.
Until
buddy.
that T-Rex with tiny arms comes for you.
Yeah, because I ate a lot of meat today. And I'm going to kick your ass.
Jacked up on protein.
Nature is cruel.
Who was the what was the Brontosaurus? Was that the one?
The big one.
Really tall, but he was harmless,
real tall.
allegedly.
Yeah, slow, big ass, huge.
But he
dinosaur.
could reach the top of the tree.
Top of the tippy tops.
He could eat the leaves at the top of the tree.
Delectable leaves at the top. I'm a Brontosaurus. Oh shit, here's a Stegosaurus. I'm fucked.
I'm not eating meat. I'm a Brontosaurus.
I'm vegetarian.
I'm so above and ahead of the trends. I mean, dinosaurs. If you think about it, it's nothing. Ain't shit changed. Thousands and thousands of years now. You still got people that are like, I'm vegan. I'm not like okay. So you're the Brontosaurus of the modern day. And then there's the badasses of the T-Rexes out there, the Ned's Navies of the world that are just fucking tearing through meat.
I think
grabbing life by the short and curlies.
It's Snookman. I think it's Snookman.
Oh, Snookman.
Snookman? Yeah, Snookman. we got a lot of fish people. We got Snookman and beavers smell like tuna. We got tuna, we got beavers, we got snook, and I'm like, it always confuses me.
Admittedly, I have been stocking up on canned goods. I started stockpiling.
It's not a bad idea.
And by
it's not a bad
stockpiling,
idea.
I mean it was 4 for $5. I was like, I'll pick up 4 cans. I don't know why things are frightening me lately. I can't quite put my finger on it. It just feels like something's off. And I'm going, I think I'm just going to start stocking up on some canned goods. I don't know what it is. It's just like a vibe.
I mean, I start every week by going, is this the week that the shit's going to go down? Because what's going on? It's like you can't just the spot like with this I always explain it as, when something's going down the drain, and then right before it goes down the end of the drain, it's like, woo!
Yeah.
And it feels like we're going, woo!
Like
now.
that penny machine they used to have at McDonald's, and
Exactly.
you drop it in, and it would go slow, and then
That's like, it feels like that. But nothing ever happens. Nothing ever really.
or does it, and we
or-
don't realize
Or
it.
one day it does happen.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. All I know is I started. I was like, every time I go to the store, I'm just gonna pick up a few canned goods.
That's a great idea.
Like, and I get I'm gonna be the brontosaurus of canned goods because it's all broccolis and beans and
Canned broccoli? What are you talking about?
whatever. I'm just saying,
You're
like,
getting-
I'm
you're
picking up
getting
canned
You're getting
vegetables right now.
I mean, you don't want to get canned meat. Well, like canned chicken is not bad.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like a can of tuna, but it's can of chicken. And I don't prefer to eat canned chicken, but Donna used to make chicken and yellow rice out of canned chicken when we didn't quite make as much money.
I mean, it's
fine. It's fine. So if you have 20 cans of chicken in your pantry, you're better off than most people if something should happen.
But now I've got to put my canned goods in a different area of the house so they don't get
Eaten.
Yeah, because it's like if my daughter gets sick, for instance, she wants chicken noodle soup, right? And it's like,
Yeah, for sure.
but like, don't use that one. Like that's some doomsday shit. Like, I'll go get you a separate can of chicken noodle, but I need my stockpile to. I gotta like.
Yeah, it's good to
I need the
use
reserve.
but it's good to use the stockpile.
That's
and
true.
replenish it. So you just gotta get enough of a stockpile, and then you gotta continually rotate.
Yeah.
Every couple weeks you buy a couple more cans.
Well, even with hurricane season coming up too, like I'm going, okay, it's even if some doomsday shit ain't happening, it's still good for me to, get stock up on some stuff after last year's hurricane around here. That was a real pain in the balls. So
Yeah, and I wonder, it's like, are they gonna hit? They're gonna harp us up another year of storms here, or are they gonna they might hit the coast like Louisiana and Texas this year, or North Carolina.
wherever they want to send the storms to, just please don't make
It's like,
them hit.
man, I don't need any more of that crap.
Well, okay, what was the hurricane that happened in New Orleans years ago? Oh man, the name of the storm escapes me, but I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about.
Katrina, right? Katrina was New Orleans.
And I don't know how true the news reports ended up being. I know they exaggerated it a bit, but you remember when the original news reports came out of Katrina and they were like, dead bodies are floating everywhere, and
Yeah.
there's a stadium packed full of bodies that are on the, covering the field where they've brought the dead bodies. And I don't think that was necessarily the case. Now, people died,
Yeah,
but it wasn't what they had made it out to be, was it?
I don't.
I mean, the destruction was bad, but I mean, like the
hyped it up.
death toll, they made it seem like it was like apocalyptic sized death tolls during Katrina.
I couldn't even tell you what the Katrina death toll is.
I'm gonna guess 30.
Oh, I was gonna say like 230.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just throwing a number out there. I have no clue.
I don't even.
It also depends on what they're contributing it to. Like, did the guy pass away of heart disease?
1,833.
All right. Well, let me take back what I said.
1,833.
All right,
That's
Katrina.
a lot.
Good storm. That's my bad.
Wow.
I'm just over here. It's just a little conjecture.
That's,
But what? Hold on. I don't even know if I buy that.
now it says 1,392. So I'm saying over 1,000. Yeah.
But that's like COVID deaths. It's like, okay, what was from COVID and what was like not? That they go, chuck them down as a.
I mean,
you
there was a
know?
lot of flooding.
There was a lot of flooding, but does that?
You're not buying the 1,392 people?
I got to tell you, I'm not. I mean, you are one of the greatest conspiracy men that I know. And I can't believe that you would just take it on its surface as going, oh, yeah, 1,000.
Hurricanes kill a lot of people. The flooding. See, that's what kills people is the flooding. The storm surge is what kills people. And that was, and the levees broke and all that shit. So a lot of people, look at them people. They got, when you got people, this isn't like Florida flooding last year. This is to the rooftops. They had rooftop flooding.
Well, now you make me feel like a dick.
Look at that. See, it's hot. That's some badass flooding.
I don't know what to say to this now.
What's the theory about the fake Katrina deaths? So why would they fake it? I mean, they fake everything.
I'm not going to
but why
say.
would-
I don't think it was faked in the way that, like maybe what you're thinking. I'm thinking just media
Hyped it up.
hyping it. Yeah, like because that's what they do. You know, it's
So the internet's still hyping it up. They're hyping it up with the 13.
well, this was like
Can't find the
early
truth.
days of the internet. You know, what is the internet going based off of through all these reports? It's going through reports that were done through the media.
I mean, like usually I'm the conspiracy guy, and you're not. I'm just like hurricanes kill a lot of people.
Yeah,
man.
man, really.
How
Really,
many?
you're leaving me twisting in the wind over here on a Katrina theory.
I mean, a lot of people died in North Carolina from the last hurricane,
Yeah.
and that's North Carolina. So imagine getting full force in Louisiana.
All right, you've talked me into it.
Low
Katrina
country-
was a terrible storm and it killed a lot of people
Lake Pontchartrain, my friend.
because the water was too hot.
The levees broke.
I mean, that was
Lake
messed up that the
Pontchartrain.
levees broke.
Yeah, George Bush doesn't care about black people.
That's right. I forgot about that. That's right. Who said that? That was
Kanye.
Kanye. Boy, Kanye was causing controversy way back
Kanye
then.
was ahead of his time.
He has been causing a stir for quite a number of years now. This Kanye fella.
He's got his new song. It's got I can't even say what like his something about the swastika guys.
Is it called HH in parentheses?
Yeah.
And every time I see that, I go, tell me he didn't write a song about Hogan.
It's It's the his. It's the
Yep.
his.
Oh.
His
Oh,
eye,
no.
his eye, his. His
Oh,
eye,
man.
his.
Did you listen to it? I mean, is it a decent...
I heard the hook.
I was going to say, is it a good song? But that's not. That doesn't come across right. Like, I mean, like, is it a good beat?
I just heard a clip because it said the censored hit. And I was like,
Okay.
I can't believe they're even playing it with a censor. Because in this climate, they would be going, no, we're not doing that, Kanye.
Well, I don't think it's going to pick up radio play, is it? And I sure as hell, I don't even want it in my Spotify algorithm or anything. Like, I just would
Yeah.
prefer me not even know what that song is.
That's what they did. The government had Kanye put it out, so now they can go to, in the future, they're going to go to say, we've got this on your Spotify, hi his.
Yeah, Matt.
And you're going to jail, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Looks like your playlist here is pretty strong. And then
you're
you
like,
know,
and you're like, where am I? The UK? And they're like, no. You see what they do in the UK now. They take you to jail for your hit.
I wonder if a company like Spotify would pull that song, because that would also.
I don't know. I'm not going to search it on
No,
Spotify.
me either. I'll just wait for the news story to come out, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh shoot, we got to take a break.
Oh man, time already, huh?
Times a flying.
Oh, man.
Hair's a feathering, titties a bouncing. I got to go check on my granddaughter.
Oh, there's a kid here.
The kid here.
Oh
She's
man.
in the bedroom. No, I told her to go in the bedroom. I don't think we've been too naughty, but you know,
I
we
get
tend, we tend to have adult conversations here.
Just,
you know? She's only 8.
I got you. We have a little thought-provoking sessions. Gripping tales.
I find hanging out with my 8 and 10-year-old granddaughters much more satisfying and enjoyable conversation-wise than hanging out with
Me?
adults. I just wanted to
So glad I made it over this evening.
the hang with Mike and his granddaughter. No, but I find the perspective of about that age to be very enjoyable.
Very pure
Just
conversation.
so pure,
Yeah.
and just and they're just they're so funny, and they don't they just don't have none of the troubles that we have. They don't even fathom the troubles that we have. So
No.
life is good.
No
you know?
bills.
Oh,
No nothing.
I was thinking. Oh, I'll talk about this when we get back.
Okay.
I gotta find something to play. I got nothing to play. It's a busy day. It was a
You have a-
busy day.
You have the world's largest catalog of
It's
things.
it's you never know what's gonna be deemed not cool.
You had a new Ned song. Maybe you played it last week. What was one of your newest? Oh, I know what I saw. I saw it on YouTube. a Hogan song.
Hulk Hogan climbed on my wife.
I was howling, dude. That one cracked me up. For more reasons than you know.
You want it? You got it. We'll be right back with more of The Hang.
He busted down the door and said, "Where is she, bro? I've got a huge penis big as a can of Coke." He'll drop his G-string and she will say, "Oh my." He'll say it's time for a free Fu Manchu ride. His coke and dick was mythical. She screamed for her dear life. Hulk Hogan fucking climbed on my wife. I watched him from the back. He had a tan behind. His pythons were so big, his hair silky and fine. He knows just how to work, he did her with style. His leather skin like a tan crocodile. He said, "Please tweak my nipples, a blowjob would be nice." Hulk Hogan fucking climbed on my wife. Come on, Terry, finish up. Guard it. Get that smile off your face. She sucked him like a popsicle, then he laid up his pipe. Hulk Hogan fucking climbed on my wife. His coke and dick was mythical. She screamed for her dear life. Hulk Hogan fucking climbed on my wife.
So
He's going to cut both of us.
he's
When
said
we first
that.
walked in, that's what he said.
You want to press charges on it?
I would.
And he has a machete inside the house?
He does.
Is he still there?
Yes, and now he's breaking picture frames.
Okay.
Do you like trailers? Who doesn't? So come on down to American Trailers. Brandon from American Trailers has been repairing and customizing trailers almost as long as he's been taking illicit drugs. Broken axles, rusty tongues, greasy, noisy winches. Brandon knows all the latest Urban Dictionary sex acts. And he'll fix your trailer too. American Trailers, you haven't lived until you've seen Brandon from American Trailers light a joint with the flame from his welder while he's sanding a rusty ball mount. Why would you go anywhere else other than American Trailers? Because you're a goddamn communist. Brandon from American Trailers bleeds red, white, and blue, my friends. He poops stars and stripes. He urinates freedom. Brandon makes trailers great again. Do trailers get you hard? Then come to American Trailers, because Brandon is hard for trailers 24/7. And if you ever saw him slide a greased-up hinge pin into a ball mount after inserting it into a brand-new Virgin receiver tube, you'd know why I spend my afternoons parked across from American Trailers watching Brandon with my binoculars. Hold on! American Trailers! Give him a call at 813-627-8885. 813-627-8885. Assholes.
He's rude. He's crude. He's a southern boy with a New York accent. He's Andrew Dice Foxworthy.
You might be a redneck. If your front porch falls down, it kills more than 7 dogs. Why you f***ing your sister? Oh!
He's a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll.
You might be a redneck if you have more than 4 cars up on blocks in your front yard and you f*** your sister in every one of them. Oh!
Andrew Dice Foxworthy, the baddest mother south of the Mason-Dixon line.
You might be a redneck if you go to the convenience store and you pick up a truck and buy a 6-pack of Old Milwaukee, a can of Copenhagen, and while you're gone, your dad f***s your sister. Oh!
The Nashville Network proudly presents Andrew Dice Foxworthy.
Dickory, dickory, dock. My sister was f***ing my. The clock struck 10. My dad joined in. We f***ed her well past 6 o'clock. Oh!
Andrew Dice Foxworthy.
Minnie Pearl, I f***ed her. Oh!
He's rude. He's crude. He's a southern boy with a New York accent. He's Andrew Dice Foxworthy.
You might be.
Welcome back to the hang. Matt's mixing me a white trash mojito. Thank you, sir. Sorry, no tip. I rolled up to some old guy's house today. Had some flowers for his wife.
Yep.
I give him the flower. He's like got something in his hand. He's like, "Come on in." I wasn't too worried. I could have kicked his ass. He was 80 years old, and so yeah, he sets it down. Then he takes the arrangement. And he's like, "Wait, hold on." And he reaches in his pocket and he pulls out a wad.
Oh,
like a thick wad, like a doubled over thick wad, like that big, of cash.
Okay.
And he peels off a $1 bill.
Ooh.
And he gives it to me and says, "This is for you."
Oh man, dude! Like it's nice, but it's demeaning. It's like all at the same time.
He doesn't. He's old.
That's what I mean.
He's probably from Canada. He doesn't know better. I was like, I got into the truck and I was like, $1's a dollar.
Yeah,
I ain't worried about it.
That's a tough one, yeah. Because if he wasn't doing it to be a dick,
big
then
wad.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, thick
peeled
wad,
off $1.
But he have a thick wad of ones, or was he hiding the big bills?
There was a lot of ones in there.
How much cash do you have on you? Like right now, what would you say cash-wise is in your wallet?
$8. And 5 of that is a $5 bill that someone turned Abraham Lincoln into Ned. And I've had it for many, many years. So really I have $3 in my wallet. I'll get it and show it to you.
Yeah, no, that's
the next break. I'll show it to you.
That's great. I
mean, eventually I know I'm going to get in an emergency. Go, oh shit.
Ordinarily, I only have like I don't know, maybe like $20 or something at most, And then
me too.
Inevitably, when you got kids, if they want to go somewhere, they're like, "Oh, do you have any cash?" You're like, "God damn it!" And then it just
go see your mom. That's what I said.
She goes, "Go see your dad," and then there I am, But cash, I don't know. I don't know really.
You just don't.
I don't know many people that carry around cash
because you don't really need it.
Like
yeah.
It's and now they're trying to do all. I don't know.
I don't do self checkout. It's a principle thing with me. I'm just like I ain't getting paid. Here's my stuff. You want it? Take it and charge me some money. I'm not doing no work for it at all. So I do keep that's why I have like $5 or $6 in case I'm going to stop and get a Coke or.
So you were telling me if in a grocery store, You won't do self-checkout in a grocery store?
No.
You'll
Donna
wait in the
does.
long-ass line?
Yeah, I'll get in the long-ass line.
Oh, God.
It's just another way giant corporations are effing the average guy. Now, you used to be able to, you're a young person, you get a job as a cashier, and pretty soon it's just going to be Apple Pay. You walk in, you get your stuff. I saw this. They're opening some store. You walk in, you get this stuff, and you scan it, and then you put it in the cart, and then you don't have to.
Yeah, those Amazon grocery stores and stuff. Yeah,
it's like if you got to scan it, you're being the cashier, dumbass. You think you're all cool with your fucking iPhone? You're doing the work of a $10 an hour cashier, you dumbass. That's what I say. I don't want to scan nothing. I want to put it in my cart and then put it on the belt, and you tell me how much to pay.
But again, I've found the ease of not having to deal with somebody sometimes more pleasant. I'd rather.
It's not cashier. You don't have. What do you cashier? What's she gonna say?
Oh, they're always. They're always
have a nice day. That's all they say. They don't.
I'm gonna get this heifer that wants to do small talk or something. It's like,
not
come
a
on.
small talk. Yeah,
exactly. I get hit with small talk. I don't. Come on.
What? Just because you're so irresistible, man. I never get hit with the small talk.
No. It's. I don't know. Look, I'm actually. Look, Look, I've got Twitch pulled up on my phone. I'm looking at chat.
Yes.
Look at this. Breaking. Triple-edged sword. Brad Arnold from 3 Doors Down has stage 4 cancer. I did see that today.
Is he the lead singer?
Yeah.
Stage 4 cancer. How old is he?
He's such
pretty
a nice
young.
guy. He's like 40.
Yeah.
Like kidney. I think like kidney cancer or something.
That's a bad one.
Hopefully he'll be all right, but I don't know.
He may have cancer, but beaver smell like tuna just cheered 100 bits. So
hey!
You always got to look on the bright side. They came.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
They came into became famous and had some hits just before the rug got pulled on rock and roll. They got a little bit of that. They got pretty big for a while.
Oh yeah.
Now
man.
the rug's pulled.
They took a lot of guff during Trump's last when he got elected the first time, and they played the inauguration or whatever.
Yeah,
it was like, oh, 3 Doors Down playing the inauguration. Like I don't like. I'm old school. I could hate Biden or not like Trump or whatever it is, but I'm like one of those guys. Like if I was an athlete and I won a championship, and they're like, hey, you get to go to the White House and see the president, like. I'm going to do it because that's just goddamn, that's a cool experience, right? Like that is how many people get to do that? Like that is such a great, doesn't mean you have to agree with everything the person does, but like, dude, if you're getting invited to the White House, like hell yeah, like 3 Doors Down, you get invited to play the inauguration. Yeah. Yeah, you play the inauguration. Yes.
They're from like Mississippi, man. Of course,
they're good
of
old
course
boys.
they support Trump.
They're good old boys.
I'm only going to the White House depending on whether it's somebody I like.
Really? You're the White House snob?
I don't think I'm going to any. I think I'm going to Clinton's White House.
Oh,
because you want to meet Slick Willie, and I'm going to Trump's. Those are the only two guys I feel had any it factor at all. I'm just going for I'm going for the it factor.
Okay, so let's all right.
I base my politics on the it factor.
You sure do? Okay, let me go back for a second. Let's go starting with Kennedy. Would you have gone if all things being equal?
Yeah, he had the it factor.
All right.
Yeah.
And then Ford?
No. Please.
No it factor?
No.
Okay.
Carter's next.
Carter?
Nah. Boring.
Just because
he's super Christian, boring, right. Low key.
I mean,
soft-spoken.
Reagan, you got to go for Reagan.
Yeah, you got to go with Ronnie.
I mean,
you got to go with Ronnie.
So
yeah,
Ronnie,
that's a fun time. Yeah,
he was a movie star. I mean, dude, he was
jelly beans.
Yeah,
the throat goat.
Some jelly beans.
You want to see the throat goat in action? Hell yeah, I'm going.
So then, move on to what was
after Ford?
Was it
George won? Bush won.
Bush won.
No,
I was a big Bush one guy when I was a kid.
Boo!
I didn't know any better.
He's a turd.
I had no idea.
No.
I just liked politics.
Yeah, I'm not going for him.
All right, then you go to what? Clinton.
Clinton. Yeah, hell yeah.
Which I find very disingenuous on your behalf, considering all of it.
So what? He's a murderer.
I mean, yeah, but like
Wait.
the it factor. Oh,
It factor. Shallow.
all right.
In that one aspect of my life.
Then 9/11 happens. I mean, you got Bush, you got
George W.
you got W.
I'm on the. It's maybe.
After 9/11, if you were
Yeah.
invited to the White House, you would have had that gusto spirit, no matter how
No,
much.
I didn't have the gusto for it. From day one. I was like, this is a bunch of bullshit. And from it's like as soon as they're like, it's going to be a 10. It was like a week later. He's like, there's a 10-year war on terror, and then they started that. What's that shit that?
I love it. Isn't that weird that they put a 10-year war on? Like, how weird is
10-year
that?
war on terror. Yeah, I mean they already got
It's
it
a
planned out.
decade.
Got it planned
a
out.
decade.
And what's the other thing? The Patriot Act. I was like, this is the biggest crock of bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was loose change from the start.
Oh wait, hold on. Somebody said, "Hey Mike, can you please change the camera? I can see Matt be a
God
little bitch."
Damn it.
Don't change it. Keep it on. Keep it on you. Weapons of mass destruction. Put it with the WMDs. That's right. I mean, I feel like I would have gone to. Well, I would go to any of them. Maybe with the exception of Biden. I might be.
But that's a real turd. It really just the whole everything about that administration was just. They intentionally made them the most dislikable.
It was grimy.
It's like everything. Who did you like? Did you like Kamala? Did you like the Jean-Pierre or whatever?
No, it was all grimy.
No, it was all grimy. It's like, okay, Jen Psaki.
Yep.
Didn't like her, but she was good. She was good at what she did.
Yes.
The Jean-Pierre, terrible. The Trump's girl, she's good at what she does.
Yep. And the first time around when she had a homegirl, girl with the smoky eyes.
Smoky eyes.
Now she's the governor of like Arkansas or something like that.
Is it an H?
You know what I'm talking about? Her daddy was a politician.
Yeah, I know.
Her daddy's daddy.
It's from like Alabama or something.
Oh my God!
Like
Yeah.
What the hell's her name? Anybody know the name? Jamie the plumber gifted 5 tier 1 subs, taking him to 115. Hot damn! Thank you very much.
Love you too, Ned's Navy.
Who said you were a little bitch? Was that Ned's Navy?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, what's going on? Maybe. Let me look out the window here. Nope. Bunch of fake bullshit. Fake news from the dogs as usual.
Dude, I hate it when the dogs bark at nothing because it gets me all paranoid. Like it gets me just like,
oh, you hate we're living here.
Seriously, that's why I would hate the woods for real. Like I would be super paranoid of like what's out there. You know what I mean? Like you just never really know what's out there. That scares the shit out of me. I mean, it's equally as scary knowing what's around you.
Lady
too.
got killed by a bear 2 days ago in Florida.
Really? What kind of bear?
Black bear. Well, they said, I mean, there's only black bears.
African-American bear, please.
There's only black bears in Florida. There's no other bear. So they were like, we got to do DNA testing to see what kind of bear it was. It's like, there ain't another bear. There ain't a brown bear for 1,000 miles, I don't think.
They cross the borders illegally, Mike. They just come across. There's no stopping the bears.
I don't like the black bear. I don't like the brown. I like the polar bears.
Dude, they're mean.
What is it?
Aren't they worse than the black bear?
If it's brown, lie down. If it's black, it's like run. And if it's white, you're done. Because polar bears are just going to kill you.
Those rules, when confronted with a bear, I don't think anybody's remembering those tips. It's fight or flight, and I'm flighting. I'm running no matter what color the bear is. You know what I mean? And then you know,
but you're not you can't get away.
Yeah,
they can't.
You just hope that
way
maybe
faster
they
than you.
Don't really want to kill you.
You know what? I'm not going anywhere near any place a bear is. I'm not going to face that scenario. What a horrible way to die! Is your skull's crushed by a bear?
Man,
ain't doing it.
Remember that guy that got yoked up in the woods and killed, and he had it all on video. Ooh. And like his body was like torn apart, and his video camera still rolling.
Is that the Alaska guy, the bear guy?
So,
like
yeah.
Grizzly Joe or something.
Goddamn Grizzly Joe! Grizzly Joe, rest in peace, Grizzly Joe.
Yeah, got done in.
Yeah, with a name like Grizzly Joe, you're kind of screwed to begin with.
But the black bear ate this guy, and I mean, not ate. He killed the guy, killed his dog, and that was just a couple days ago.
Wow.
I don't know where it was. They're gonna creep though more into residential neighborhoods because of all this development. I mean, they're just tearing down everything in Florida. So may one day you could be out in your backyard and you're like, oh shit, what's a grizzly bear doing in Wesley Chapel?
All right, let's say you got a 9mm, right? How many shots of a 9mm you think it takes it?
A lot.
You know what I mean? Like a shotgun, what do you think?
If you're close, you're good with a shot. You're close, you can blow its head off.
So one shot with a shotgun.
If you're close, you can blow its head off.
A 9mm. Yeah, unload the clip.
You got to unload the clip.
Maybe and still not have a shot. Maybe
with his adrenaline, he still might get you, and then he might keel over a little bit. That's a big animal. It's a big, powerful animal.
Man, I was looking at some story. They had some lady. She was being interviewed, and she had like no arms and like so messed up. And it was because she had some guy who, like, I mean, this is when she was like young. He like assaulted her and raped her and like.
Yeah, I've seen that story. Yeah,
threw her off a goddamn cliff
in the desert.
And
with no arms.
With no arms, and she survived.
She survived.
And I'm sitting there going, she is so much cooler than anybody I've ever met in my life in terms of like resilience. Like,
that's amazing.
You look at people sometimes about that, and you go, whoa. How do you even negotiate that in your mind to be like, I'm going to fight through this. I'm good. So I'm in the desert. So I got thrown off the cliff after being sexually assaulted and my arms chopped off. I'm good. I'll sort it out. Like, it's the weirdest goddamn thing to me.
I'm just like, good night. The vultures, come get me. It's like the guy who got his arm wedged in the rock out in the desert, and he had to cut his arm off. It's like, I don't know if I could do it. I just don't know if I could do it. Cutting through a nerve. Imagine how to cut through the nerve in your arm has to be the most painful thing anybody's ever experienced.
Well, it never made sense to me. There used to be those stories in the news, and there probably still is, but I remember back in the day we talked about one in particular, and it was a roofer, and he had like fallen off a roof, or he had busted a leg, or whatever happened to him on his roofing job, and he ended up taking the nail gun and shooting a nail into his head because to mitigate the pain from something else. And I was younger. Yeah. I never understood the theory behind that until later on when you get taught about that stuff. And I'm going, I still wouldn't be the guy to be like, so my leg's broken. Let me pop a nail in my head.
I mean,
those people think differently.
I would never think of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, the pain of a broken leg is pretty severe.
Yeah.
What if you pop the nail gun in your head and it's like, but it doesn't hurt as bad as this, so this is still going to hurt.
Yeah,
I don't know, because I don't think you can feel pain in two different areas. It usually seems like you only one at a time.
Yeah, dude. I always feel like there should be like an option C. Like I was watching a Andrew Tate video where he was coincidentally talking about like they were kind of positioning it like is he gay or not kind of thing, because Andrew Tate had a video and basically going, would you? Yeah. It's not. Would you bang a girl that looks like Hulk Hogan, or would you bang a guy that looks like Megan Fox? That was the gist of the video. I'm sure you probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And he was like, you bang the one that looks like Megan Fox, and probably like, and everybody's like going, well, I'm sitting here and I'm going, well, there's an option C. You could just not do either one. Like, you could sit this round out. Like, you don't. Why does it have to be either you're doing that or this? Like, you can have an option C.
It's an Andrew Tate hypothetical, buddy. You got to pick A or B.
I don't know if he was giving it a hypothetical. I don't know.
He got a lot of heat for that, but I he knows how to work. He's really good. He's got a good shtick, and he knows that if he says that, he's gonna get tons of people reacting, and they do. It's hard. I mean, he may be a piece of shit. I don't know.
All right, hold on. Let's go with that hypothetical though. Let's say if you got to bang a chick that looks like Hulk Hogan or a guy that looks like Megan Fox, what are you doing?
I'm not putting it in a man's rectum. I'm telling you, that's what I'm not doing. So I'm going with Hulk Hogan.
You're going with the Hulk Hogan looking woman?
I'm going with a vagina.
All right.
What are you doing, buddy?
I'm
You're Megan Fox in it?
I'm picturing. Well, initially, I'm going to go with my gut of going. I'm going to choose C and sit this one out.
No, you got to choose, buddy.
If I have to choose, I mean, just like Hulk Hogan, like it looks.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't thinking that.
I mean,
I was thinking like
72-year-old.
Yeah, like an unattractive. She's got
old man.
She's got. I guess she's got the Fu Manchu. And this Chinese silken hair.
Yep. And as you have sex with it, it keeps telling you about the karaoke night.
She keeps telling
she.
Did you see the Bischoff thing with Hogan?
Dude,
the
that's
black and white thing.
So pathetic.
It's like it was embarrassing to watch, and they went on forever, and you're just like, stop. Please stop.
Well, I thought it was weird when they because it was in that NWO style, and I get it, and he was making an announcement, and they teased it, him and Bischoff, and blah, 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 and I get it. It garnered some interest, and I immediately knew that, like, as soon as he was filming it, I'm like, this is going to be such a fucking nothing burger.
Yeah.
God, I hate that term.
I see. I did it. You called me out on it, and I never use it. I used it one time. You call back at you, buddy.
Yeah,
with your nothing
I gotta
burger
take that out. I gotta
bullshit.
take that out of the vocab.
But everybody search nothing burger. We'll see if we can. Okay,
nobody use a screen name and send any bits under the name. Nothing.
Oh, don't somebody, please. I'll make Matt call out all the bits. Cheered by Nothing Burger.
I was watching this video and I knew it was just going to be nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sure as shit when
less than nothing.
When it got let out, I was like, okay, they're talking about this infamous third man thing, and I'm going, all right, I'll bite. So I click it, knowing it's going to be pathetic, and it was actually more pathetic than I thought it was going to be.
I didn't click it. Who's the third man?
Nobody knows. He's some guy that's like an MMA trainer or something like that, and a freestyle wrestling coach. It was just some
letdown. Oh yeah, I saw that. I can't remember his name.
No offense to him, I'm sure he's a badass, and he beat me into a bloody pulp. That's fine and good. But when they're hyping up this video of going to the third man, there, and then the guy's like some short little dude, and he's like, "Hey."
He's got no name value.
No panache.
He's got no name.
Yeah. There's nothing.
Because I think we played a video, and Donna was like, "Who's that guy on the end?" And I said, "I don't know. His name's that, but I don't know who he is." That's the kind of pop we got from us. I was like, I don't know who the fucking guy is.
It was a real waste of like 3 minutes of my life.
And then they had him on Fox News, and in the clip, he's got the black beard.
He's going with that old
and
gag.
it's like, and it's all red, and he's 78 years old or whatever, and he's just like, it's like
the Daily Mail had the headline, because I get some of my news. I like reading the Daily Mail online or whatever, and on the front page it was like, Hulk Hogan looks old and disastrous on TV or something like that, and I was like, all right, I'll bite. And sure as shit, you're right. He did. He looked
He looked terrible.
I mean, he looked good for.
And you got to switch up. You got to switch up your. You got to switch up your act when you get old.
He's in his final act.
It's like you got to figure out something different. Something.
Well, he did the Jesus thing, and he did the.
Yeah, they stick with the Jesus thing.
He was working the Jesus thing pretty hardcore, and I guess it wasn't paying the bills.
Not enough money in it.
So then he went with the alcohol thing.
He went with the beer.
And now he's
completely ditched Jesus for beer.
Yep.
And now he's going with this new thing that ain't gonna work out.
Yeah, and then he'll expire.
Yeah,
and then
you'll be forgotten.
No, he'll be immortal. Immortal.
Beaver smell like tuna, 100 bits. Give me the woo. Where's the woo? Jamie the plumber, 100 bits. Bam. And a bunch of dimes. See, Ned used to do this thing called the dime storm. Jamie the plumber, 100 bits. And, people would cheer dimes. It would go on for like 20 minutes.
We're working for dimes right now. Is that what's happening?
But it's not. And that was only like about 3 or 4 years ago.
That's pretty funny.
And right now it's like, the dime ain't worth shit now. You thought a dime was worthless 4 years ago? Dime ain't worth nothing now.
All right. I was taught from a very young age, like don't scoff at any money, right? Like if you find a penny on the ground, you pick it up,
Yeah, yeah.
right? But you're right in terms of like if you find a penny on the ground, it's really not even worth a penny anymore.
It's
like,
not worth bending. The years it's going to take off your life, the day
Yeah.
it's not
unless
worth it.
it's some
man.
rare
It's
wheat
not worth
penny
it.
that But would you? Okay, if you find a quarter on the ground, are you picking it up?
Well, I'm picking up a quarter.
I think I am too. Yeah,
quarters.
Dime.
Nah, may.
Oh,
don't know.
Mr. Fancy Pants over there
because
won't pick up a dime.
No, I think I pick up any silver coin because we got a jar in there and you put the silver coins and then it does add up. So you just put all the silver coins
And
in
then
there.
you take it to the Coinstar, and then they take 8% off the top.
8%, yeah. That's the world we live in. Government takes 30%. Coinstar takes 8%.
Can't get over, man. That penny's worth nothing.
Fuck. How's property tax?
What about $1? I mean, you're definitely picking up $1.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? I mean,
It's like the guy who with the wad today who peeled me off a buck. He said, "This is for you, Sonny."
I like how he treated you like you're a little kid. Thank you, sir.
This is for you. I should have not only thrown the dollar on the ground. I should have grabbed the arrangement from his hand and smashed it against the wall. Yeah, this is. I said, "This is for you, you old cocksucker." and had it on video. Oh, and I'd been
And a happy Mother's Day,
motherfucker. I'd be a YouTube sensation. Man, there's a veterans one day where Eminem was performing and he goes, "Happy Mother's Day." No, he goes, "Happy Veterans Day, motherfuckers." And I used to have it and I lost it. Now I can't find it. I think they scrubbed it from the internet.
No.
Happy Veterans Day, motherfucker. That's the way you salute the troops, Eminem.
What's the next Memorial Day's coming up here?
It's coming
pretty
up.
soon.
Yeah.
What and that one we
Get a
just
day off.
We just remember we get a day off and we just remember.
I mean, Veterans Day is for the veterans. For what's Memorial Day? What's the difference?
Wish I could remember.
What are we remembering?
Stuff.
What's the difference? I don't know. What's the difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day? Veterans Day, you honor Hype Train and Coming. What happened?
Ooh, sounds like a dime storm. That's what it sounds like.
More, we only got. This is more editing for Matt. So if you want Matt to have to do some editing, Jay Hugo, 1972, 100 bits. Share some bits. Beaver smell like tuna, 200 bits. Make Matt work.
Don't make me edit,
Make
guys.
Matt work.
Oh no.
Minute and a half left on an incoming hype train. This is not a hype train.
It's not officially a hype
You can
train.
see it coming, but it's running out of gas.
Oh,
but it might
man.
make it to the station and refuel.
Okay.
Or it might not.
Or it might not.
It might not. Either
Okay.
way. Either way.
It could stop on a
It
dime.
could stop on a dime.
Oh my God. Yeah, there's I don't know.
Okay.
What do we think about this Met Gala? You think what do you think?
Yeah, I'm doing. Go ahead.
What do you think of Pam Anderson? Are we happy with a 57-year-old Pam Anderson going makeupless or not? I mean, obviously, I know that in the grand scheme, we don't give a shit. I get that, right? But let's get let's
Come on. I know.
let's be dudes. Like, do we want her with the makeup on, or do we want her with the makeup off? Is she? Because she's not a very attractive woman with the makeup off, and she made her living off of looking like a bimbo.
Town and Country takes us over the edge. Hype train. Hype train.
It's arrived into the
100
station?
bits. Yeah. You see, I think I
Be
see
as shallow as you can, Mike.
Well, I see her and I go, I get what you're doing. You know, you had your life, all being dolled up in the breast implants, and you were a sex object for your whole life, and now you're like, F that. But little foundation wouldn't hurt. little foundation wouldn't hurt.
A little pride,
just a little bit. I mean,
thank you. I guess that's.
I mean, I put gel. I'm old. Nobody cares about me. I put gel in my hair. I got the Ronald Reagan hair going.
You gotta
just
maintain
a little bit of pride.
A little bit of what got you to the dance.
Clean T-shirt.
Yeah.
Now I work out. Just trying a little bit.
She doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't have to do like an overdone thing like Madonna's doing. Madonna's trying too hard.
Oh no, you got to stop. You can't keep that. It just doesn't work.
But you are Pam Anderson, and you are who you are, and what got you the dance is being what you were. So
at least try a little. Just try a little.
A little.
I get it if you don't want to try like you used to try.
I need a little.
Yeah,
effort.
I get that.
You're down here, I need you up here. You know, like
you were here.
Yeah,
and now you're here. We just need you here.
Yeah, there's no need to go from here all the way down to there.
Perhaps a little eyeliner, just a little foundation, maybe a little lipstick. I mean, if I was a man,
throw some cleavage in there if you feel like it.
If I'm a man, and if men, were allowed to wear makeup, it was a standard practice.
It's gonna be.
And when I'm 60 and I'm 65, I'll take a little eyeliner, foundation, look better, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not vain, but
But I don't know why she's like this hero. Like they're like, oh, she's so brave, and it's like, one, I don't even know why she's at the Met Gala.
She's lazy, is what I think she is. She's fucking lazy.
Thank you.
She's fucking lazy.
Roll out of bed and go to the Met Gala? Like, what are you doing?
Come on, I mean, Andre 3000's wearing a piano, and you and him put on foundation.
Come on, honey.
Toots, come on, Toots. What do we got? We got 35% on a level 1 hype train.
Oh man, I feel a dime storm rolling in.
This could be the first hype train where the train comes to the station and then it doesn't leave. Wow. The conductor left. The engineer left. It's stuck in the station.
I don't know if that was
stuck at the station. Shut the fuck up.
Don't make me edit, please.
No.
Actually, I take it back. Make me edit.
No, you gotta edit. It's a quick edit. It's a quick edit this time. I guess it's a quick hype train. You won't have to edit. See, they're looking out for you, Matt.
Thank you.
They're looking out for you.
Thank you, everybody.
Jamie the Plumber up top with 3,258 bits. Thank you very much, Jamie the Plumber. Kevin JK, second place.
For the love of the game.
Stop scrolling. Somebody gifted something. Beaver smell like tuna, 200 bits.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. That's how we piece of shit. Maybe it's some bad marketing. Maybe it's all bad marketing. Ned calls his fan dick lickers. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm totally wrong message here on clusterf/twitch.tv.com, whatever it is. What else did you send me, Matthew?
Oh man, what did I send you? I know what I sent you.
I got it. Incredible recording of Tommy Lasorda, or planning on enjoying a hot dog two later.
Yeah, go with a hot dog.
I'm going with a hot dog.
I've always heard rumors.
30 seconds left on the hype train. Stuck in the station.
Uh-oh.
Stuck in the station.
I always heard rumors about hot dogs, like the traditional thing is, it's just lips and assholes. But like I never actually saw how it's done. It's
Toyo Tommy gifted a tier 1 sub. That's 176 for Toyo Tommy.
It's pretty gruesome.
30 seconds left, 70%. I mean, we're close, but I think we're going to stay in the station. We're going to stay in the station, and Matt's going to have an easy editing job.
Nice.
That's very gracious of everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Very gracious. Hot dog. This is how hot dogs are made. I don't know if I want to see it.
Do you enjoy a hot dog?
Somebody took us over the top.
Oh,
man.
God
damn you. Toyo, who did this? Who did it? Jamie the Plumber, damn you to hell.
Now I got to load up the Pro Tools. Thanks a lot, Jamie the Plumber.
Oh, he gifted 2 tier 1 subs. That's 117. You son of a bitch. Bruce Wayne.
Now I got to import files and export files.
I think Bruce Wayne's I think he's a newcomer. Or it could have been somebody else. I can't remember. I'm drunk and high. Got a few new people listening lately.
Ooh, that scares me.
Cookies? Level 2 hype train, 60%. It's creeping out of the station. It's creeping out of the station, Matt.
Keep us in the station. Well played, Mike. Well played.
Triple Edge Sword with a gift and 5 tier 1 subs. He's gifted 25. Thank you very much, Triple Edge Sword.
Thanks a lot, Triple Edge Sword.
That's a good name too. It's a good name, Triple Edge Sword. Nobody's got the What was the name?
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
I'm squatting here.
It's one of my favorite lines of all time. I gotta find the banana in the tailpipe. Oh, the hot dogs. We gotta do the hot dogs.
Do you eat hot dogs?
Yeah, on occasion I will eat. I put it out of my mind, and I just enjoy a good hot dog. Ned's Navy gifted a tier 1 sub. Thank you very much. He's gifted 17.
I mean, if I'm going to Costco, I'm walking out of Costco with a hot dog and a Coke, dude. That's just like it's just kind of what you have to do. It's your duty. For $1.50 to get a hot dog and a soda if you go to Costco.
4th of July, if we're outside doing something, I'm having a hot dog.
Grill a couple
mustard and ketchup, maybe. I mean, maybe even a little mayonnaise, and I'm loving it with a beer. I'm just it's. You can't think about what's in a hot dog.
That's the thing.
It's a last vestige of Americana we have.
Well, don't let this ruin it for you, because it will.
Oh no.
The process is
VW Rick
is pretty bad.
VW Rick 100 bits, taking us to 39% on a level 2 hype train. Now we're gonna see how hot dogs are made.
Okay.
32% level 3. Here we go. Oh shit! Do I got to? Is it volume or not?
I'm not sure. I thought it was, but maybe I'm incorrect.
Oh, I got to see. There's a lot of buttons here, man.
There's a lot going on.
A lot of buttons here.
A lot of action.
Let me pause that. Bam, this, and go back up to this, and action.
Classic. Made from the scraps nobody wanted. It starts with pork, beef, and chicken trimmings, leftovers from steaks and chops.
No, that sounds good so far. Sounds pretty good. That's pretty good so far.
Ground into a paste. Then comes the cocktail. Food starch, salt, artificial flavorings, and corn syrup. Yes, sugar. To make the meat slurry sweeter, they drench it in water, puree it into...
That's where...
It's the paste. It's the paste.
The paste is where it becomes a whole different beast.
Yeah.
A fine
sugar, to be honest with you. I didn't think of sugar being either.
They're good though. I mean, I mean, it's just so.
I mean, looking at it now, maybe Costco's overcharging for whatever this is.
See, I'm just not gonna. This is gonna go out of my memory after I watch it, and the next time.
No, look, you're gonna think of that pasty log right there.
No, I'm gonna think of that bun and that mustard and ketchup, that hot dog and that beer.
Fine emulsion.
Oh my god. It's like this is like diarrhea.
And vacuum out the air, not the toxin.
Oh my lord! Piles.
That's so gross looking, dude.
And then you got to look at the dried shit on the side from last batch.
Just the slop.
For the love of God.
This goop is pumped into synthetic cellulose casings, twisted into links in seconds, and then smoked and cooked in industrial.
Ooh, smoked and cooked.
I mean, that's where it gets delicious again. So in other words, it was only gross for a second, and then they smoked it, and now it's back to good.
Ovens. Next, a cold saltwater bath, because why not throw sodium on top of sodium?
Yeah, I agree with that. Let me just real quick check this hype train. The hype train stuck in the station with a minute to go. Matt's not gonna have that hard of he could have abandoned this several minutes ago. Good for you. Here we go. Sodium upon sodium, I say yes.
A machine then peels off the casing, 700 hot dogs a minute, and sends them to packaging as if they were never wrapped in synthetic skin to begin with. Yeah. This factory, it produces 2.5 million hot dogs per shift, cheap, fast, and profitable. And your gut, it doesn't stand a chance. Think before you bite.
Fuck you. I don't have a steady diet of hot dogs. I eat like 10 hot dogs a year, so F off. That's what I say.
But
who's eating a steady diet of hot dog? Well, maybe nowadays, a lot of people.
That's the thing. Is like what he just said. Like it's cheap and it's in it. But like if if you're in the store, like you can get a good amount of, you can get a pack of hot dogs for relatively inexpensive.
Yeah.
It's kind of. I can see how it's a good go-to. It's delicious. And if you're somebody who hasn't seen that video and you don't really know what's in it or care, you're gonna eat hot dogs because they're delicious.
Yeah, or even if I'm not gonna stop eating hot dogs. I don't eat them that often, and when I do, and it's everything in moderation. Very few people are eating hot dogs every meal. And maybe you get, maybe in the.
But if you combine your hot dogs at 10 a year, right, and then you combine your sodas with however many times, and then you combine your other crap with.
You can't win for losing.
Like it all adds up.
But what are you going to do? Grow your own food is the only other alternative.
That seems like a lot of work.
Oh God. Like Nana's got a few plants back there, and we tried gardening, and it's like the bugs just eat the crap up.
Yep.
And if you don't get right, you got to tend it every day. Every day you got to be out there in their garden. It's like it's hard. It's hard. It's too hard.
Give me a hot dog instead,
and
in one of those starched buns.
And then, we should like eggs. We were thinking about getting chickens. Because that's what the eggs today are definitely not.
It's the gift, dude. They're the gift that keeps on giving, man.
But the thing living out here, I'm afraid that something would get them.
The Yotes, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
There's a lot of animals. I've seen foxes. We've probably got bobcats. We've got coyotes, and they dig right under that. They'll dig it. That's.
And once you get them, you're on their radar, and they might not get them the first night, but they're just hanging around, just plotting. Like, okay. How do we get them?
How do we get these?
Yeah.
And I can't be getting up at 3:00 in the morning because something's trying to get in the hen house. I ain't got that. But man, like I have to get hay and feed for the horses, so we go to the farm supply store, and they were selling. Donna went this one time, and they were selling eggs. Farm fresh eggs, real eggs, and so you get them. They're big because they're. And they're double yolk, and they looked and tasted so much better.
What do you mean double yolk? I've never heard
double
that term.
Yolk.
Like
there's two yolks in each egg.
That sounds like some freaky science.
No, it's they sell the raw milk too.
Okay.
And it says not for human consumption because it's illegal to not pasteurize your milk, but it's probably, but it's everything.
Yeah. I mean, the chickens. I've got a couple people I know that have chickens, and I mean they love it. That's actually where we get some of our eggs.
They lay an egg a day.
Yeah,
they lay an egg a day, and it's a great food source. They've demonized it, but it's great protein. It's and egg a day.
And what the more like yellow or orange looking the yolk is, the better it is. Is that what I'm?
You can tell a real egg the more orange the yolk is. And now I just saw this last night on the news. They said they're injecting a chemical into the eggs.
God damn it.
To make it oranger, so you'll think it's fucking organic. It's like that's why you can't. Capitalism is the best form. It is, but we don't have capitalism. We got this fuckery, this cronyism, and this fuckery and this corruption going on. This ain't capitalism. The capitalism isn't injecting your eggs to make them to fool people because capitalism. These like Spectrum, we're switching over because all this cable shit's a monopoly. You can't get good service. We've been trying to get good service for 10 years. And you can't get good service, and
you can change it to whoever you want. It's not. You're still not going to get good service. I don't know, man. The egg thing's interesting, and then just all the processed food, and then you see like RFK coming in, and with the Maha movement, and DeSantis outlawed fluoride in the water, which I think is good.
So do I.
Like. But it's like a controversial thing, and I'm going, it doesn't seem like it should be that controversial.
I don't get it. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me why that's such a controversial thing to do.
When I grew up just in the suburbs in Tampa, but not in the city, and there was no city water. We had a well, so we had no fluoride, and I think I had a couple cavities, a few like any normal kid. My teeth didn't rot out of my head because I didn't have fluoride in my water. Fluoride in the water is for people who are such bad parents that you don't make your kid brush their teeth. That's all. That is 100%. Because if you a normal parent, you have your kids brush their teeth, they're gonna get a few cavities just because they're kids. But so it's not necessary. I didn't have fluoride in my water. My teeth were fine.
Now, do you think the fluoride, do you think they do it to sort of look out for everybody? Or do you think they do it to dumb down the population? Because that would be there's both sides of that argument there,
I
right?
would say dumb down the population, or it could just be a money grab by the fluoride companies. I don't think it's brush your teeth, brush your fucking teeth.
But do you think they're doing it to be nefarious?
Yeah, if they ever, I don't believe the government does anything. The only time the government does something to benefit the people is when they have to. They're like, oh shit, it's about to fucking shit the fan. We have to do this, or we lose all our credibility.
Well, then you go back to like when the fluoride stuff, or with any other thing really, that the government would put out these videos and it would be like propaganda videos. It'd be like the old black and white thing with a voice that talks like this, and the fluoride,
yeah.
And they would do that with every sort of like topic, and that would be the only piece of information, the only source of information you get on it, and for decades. And then now, there's more information available, and you can kind of make up your own mind, but like for a long time, there was no counter argument to fluoride. And if there was, it was just heard in an echo chamber, and the guy's just yelling to the void because nobody's hearing them. But the government's putting out these propaganda videos and going, fluoride, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you either way. I just see. Ned's Navy says I didn't have any cavities, and I had fluoride in the water. I don't know. Did you brush your teeth? Did you brush your teeth? Did you? And I don't even know about cavities. I don't even think half the cavities are. I think that you go to the dentist and they say, "Hey, your kid's got 6 cavities," because they want to make money. That's in every aspect of society. When you can gain by lying and nobody's going to catch you, you do it. There's some dentists who would never do that, but there's plenty of dentists who are going to go, well, we're going to say 6 instead of 4 cavities because that's an extra $176, and I got to pay the fucking rent. Yeah, so I'm not sure how much anything is legit in anything.
Look, you're not wrong. I was when I went to the dentist. I don't know, it was like about a year ago or something like that. Walking, get basic cleaning and all that, and everything's fine. And then they come back in and they go, have you ever thought about doing braces or Invisalign? And I'm thinking about, at this point, I was 45 years old at this moment. Like, what? And I go, not really. And they go, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and give you some information on Invisalign anyways, and I'll go ahead and write up a quote for you. And I took this thing, it was like some outrageous, like $5,000 for Invisalign or something like that. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, okay, I officially hate my dentist office now because this is no longer, it's become a sales pitch. It's not about the care. The care has gone by the wayside. I'm somebody that somebody else is just looking to sell stuff to. Because they've got to meet their Invisalign quota or whatever it is, right?
It's big bucks, 5 Gs, man, in his pocket.
And it's like you can make the same argument for anything. Of course, the vet, we've gone into that, but again, same thing. It's all a sales pitch. And when my wife took the dogs this a couple years ago, or whatever, and they came back and going, well, they really need this, this, and this, and she was like, well, what about, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do this. And the lady walked back and she overheard the lady like saying like, I just don't understand these people. I don't get like it's
a big sales pitch.
It's a giant sales pitch. And they get you in these positions where like, why the fuck did I get Invisalign at 45 years old? Like that doesn't even make any sense. Like
maybe if you're starring in a Hollywood blockbuster next year, man. I heard you sign that deal. You might want to get the Invisalign.
I would never. It's just not in the it never even crossed my mind. When you're a kid, you get braces, or some people would do it as a young adult or something like that. Yeah. But I'm not even worried about anything to do with it. It's just like a con job or something. It's weird.
Throw it against the wall. I mean, got a couple of crooked teeth. We might be able to get 5 Gs.
That's the thing. I went home and I look in the mirror. I'm like, do I need braces? She's like,
so your
no.
teeth are perfectly fine.
I'm not going to say that, but I don't have any.
I got a couple crookeds I could use, but I don't care.
Hold on. Come here. Let me. You tell me. Do I braces?
Not on your top, or I can't see your bottoms. They look good to me. They look good to me. Well, they're trying to. I mean, it's a business. Bottom line is, I haven't been to the dentist in 20 years. I've always gone to the dentist. I used to do the whole, every 6 months or a year cleaning deal. Yep. And then I just stopped going, and I just brush and floss. I just brush and floss my teeth.
Well, now you got no fluoride in the water, Mike, so you got to be real careful. Be very cautious now.
I've never lived anywhere where I had fluoride in the water.
What if whoever's selling the state of Florida the fluoride? I wonder if they're like, God damn it. How did all this go so wrong?
Who outbid the Dentists Association? Secretly outbid fluoride because they want the cavities. It's dark. It's a dirty game out there, people.
Believe
it's a dirty
it is.
game.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to I don't know what we do. We do a like and subscribe thing, and then downloads on Spotify and tune in and what is
YouTube?
It? There's Apple Podcasts. That's a big one for us. Yeah, all that stuff. I don't know. Tell a friend or something. I don't know.
I see.
Here comes our master promotion.
It's a fuck you.
No. I'm talking about me.
They talking about me.
That's such a genuine F you. No. I'm talking about both of us combined. Like I don't know what to say. Like what do you
See,
if you're already listening, so that's
you
cool.
got to be a niche. You got to be a niche. We're not a niche. Like being two super cool guys who have incredible conversations is not a niche. I think okay. I think what we need to. You got to be a niche.
I'm not changing the hang. The hang is the hang. Goddammit. I'll die on this hill.
You're gonna die on the hang.
That's right.
I think we need to. Okay. I think we need to. Which would be very easy for me. Abandon our iPhones, and our gimmick is we're anti-social media. You get that movement going. And it's not going to be nearly as popular. But
how's anybody going to listen to us?
All right, I got to go now. Yeah,
abandon all electronics and then listen to our podcast.
Fuck you
on your electronic device.
This marketing brain trust cannot fail between both of us, between the two of us. We're gonna conquer the podcasting world
with gripping tales.
Gripping tales. I need to get the wrong glasses on. Where's my other glasses?
I love it when you change glasses.
Oh shit. Manson Mark cheered for how many fucking months? Can't read it. 60, I think. 60. We're going to give him credit for 60. You can't read it. Woo! Thank you, Manson Mark. We appreciate it. 7:58?
Yeah, dude.
Shit.
We got the Hang OT coming up at clusterfshow.com.
Damn, clusterfshow.com. Clusterfshow.com VIP. The Hang, the only place in the world you can get the extra hour. And after listening to 2 hours of this, how could you not be craving another hour?
Another hour of gripping tales.
Of this delightfulness. Let me see what I said. How did I describe it on Facebook? I said, the masters of witty repartee and tangential badinage. The Hang with Mike and Matt.
Good stuff.
There you go. All right, I guess we're done. I guess we're gonna hang on the OT now, and then we won't see you for a while because it's Mother's Day, and we'll be out of the loop for a few days. And then we got to take Monday off because we're exhausted. Actually, we got to work Monday because that's
cleanup day.
That's when Donna's got to get all the complaints from people, other shops and other wire services that didn't get their shit done because they only care about the money and not servicing the customer. Then she's got to take all those orders for people who screwed up, and then people complain because their flowers are late. And we're like, it's not. We don't deliver late flowers.
Well, I don't know what to say, but I'm over here reading chat. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
And Ned's Navy said, thanks for the show. Consider reading chat more. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. We love you.
I don't know how many. I guess you have to have a chat reading segment because I tried reading chat one time tonight, and then I heard you talking. I was like, "Fuck, what is he talking about? What is he talking about?" Now I got to pretend to know what he's talking about.
Manson Mark, the OT is at clusterfshow.com.
What did we say? Did we say something?
No, he was just asking.
Okay. I don't even know my own website. ClusterF dot something.
So, Brian, 2170, can we get Matt to come in and do a show tomorrow morning? No, my shift at Publix starts promptly at 7 a.m.
Backboy's a good gig at Publix.
Nice.
It's a good gig.
I love it.
I got to go check out my granddaughter. We got to get out of here.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Jamie the plumber says the OT is not live anywhere. Nowhere else. Nowhere in the world can you get the OT hang except on clusterfshow.com. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in.
See you.
We'll see you next week, and hopefully we'll soon have a new internet provider, and we will never have these issues again. But we probably will.